Okay, so today I'm gonna give a little review on this game, Trenches, World War I, which says World War I, but there's World War II aspects on it, like the Big Bertha. So yeah, I don't really know what's going on there. Um, okay, so I guess first thoughts is that it's a pretty bare bones game, which I've seen some people in the chat talk about it sometimes, but makes sense. The game is barely out. It's barely like been 14, 15 days since it's been out. There's only two game modes, which are kind of bare bones: defensive and offensive. Offensive is super easy. Kind of holds your hand through. The bosses are tedious. I wouldn't say hard because they're just tedious, annoying. Just get spammed by minions. If you're not paying attention, you'll die pretty easily. The kill to death in this game is pretty fast. Um, it's at the same time it's super hard to die, but at the same time it's super easy per se. It just really depends. Uh, So I guess an overview is that here's like the inventory. You buy stuff from around the lobby here, like armory, war bonds. War bonds is where you get like the cool stuff. Um, I don't really care about that because like I'm already drippy. Look at this. Nobody will steal my drip, even though like, look at them, bare bones. Classes, cosmetics, crates. Crates are where you just spin like a little gotcha. You get cool stuff like cosmetics or weapons when you own them. This game tries to be like an extraction shooter, so when you extract, you can get the gun. There's kind of like a blueprint where you can just like buy it, and once you buy it, you fully own it. It's kind of not kind of like a extraction shooter. Well, I guess so, because I don't know what happens if you die or fail the extraction. Because I haven't failed because the game is kind of, you know, I'm not trying to say easy, but at the same time, it's like yeah, it is easy. So I owned for my meat ace trench knife. I already did a run, so it doesn't disappear from your inventory, I guess, or like a one-time use. I guess it's like when you die. I haven't died yet, so I want to know. So you buy them, you own them. I guess you own them forever. I guess so you can just keep putting it on for the next one. It's kind of too like, because like I really wouldn't buy any of these because you could just save up your medals for like cool drip and just cooler stuff, I guess. If you wanted to buy the Lewis gun, buy it. It's one of the most broken guns in the game. 100 rounds, basically. Super fast, good damage. Um, the other guns, it is what it is, you know. Almost all the guns are the same type of thing. Yeah, it kind of makes me mad because it's just like the only difference between some guns is like 2 to 3 damage and the recoil for like the bolt actions or like the size, the magazine size. Sometimes they don't make sense because like, where is it? Okay, I can't find the Tommy gun here. Maybe I'm blind. Yeah, there it is. The Tommy gun has a drum mag. Look at that drum mag right there, and somehow only holds 20 rounds. While the MP18 has a snail mag and it holds the 32 rounds, which it does hold. So I'm like, you did that, but not the Tommy gun, which is one of my favorite weapons when like, it comes to like World War II. And that's another thing. It's a World War I game, but it has a Tommy gun, 1918. So I don't know what date this is in, or like then again, you have the rail guns from like World War II, kind of ish. Like you have like the rail guns, rail artillery guns. I don't know if that was World War One. I'm not really that deep into artillery and all that. I already cared more about like infantry and stuff like that when I paid attention in history class. Melees, I would say melee has actually a little bit more attention to detail, a little bit. Some of them boost your agility, speed on equipped, so you could actually get pretty fast if you play. You get cards after each objective. You could build like a little stat, a little speed build. That's what I did for a little bit. I got like 2 speed cards. Well, it was like a speed and a stamina drain. And with this knife, I was running around, dying, but I didn't care because that was the only way I could have fun in this game. Poses, outfit. There's armor and all that. Armor, you get health, lose speed. Not that really in depth there. Cosmetics, that's where you get drip, crate, war bonds. My biggest just like, well, the thing I wish they could do more is, the nations, expand on them. Here they have like the, so it says here, join now and list with the Canadian. So I hope we have like Canadian drip right there in the cosmetics, but I don't even You know how they could do it? Because like they could add like like the British helmets and all that. Because like for the helmets, all they really have is just like you see German, ours are bicorn, and the officer helmet of freedom. Oh no, helmet. But yeah, I mean they could add more stuff from other countries, some more drip. Maybe add the French uniform, the blue uniform. That would be pretty cool. The American doughboys. Um, Classes, I would like to. It's because I already want to like speak my ideas and stuff. I felt like I had like an idea. I was like, man, classes should have like not perks, but like an ability. So like let's just say enlisted, he gets like ammo for the gun he has on. So it's just that'd be something cool. Or maybe like sapper, he goes into like a melee frenzy. He starts like a little more buff on his melee. Quartermaster, I don't really know what you could do there. Medic, just like every time he has his ability and it's like the cooldown's over, he gets like one more band-aid that you just use. Or like, oh, let me pop my ability, I have a band-aid in my inventory. Marksman, something more like minus recoil for like a few seconds. Defender, extra health for like a few more seconds, or maybe extra health and then once he loses that he doesn't gain it back until he pops his ability again. Maybe you could hide the abilities behind kill requirements, like 20 kills and you get your ability back. Instead of time, engineer, I don't even know what he could do there. Maybe just reheal his uh, buildings per se. I mean, that would be pretty cool. I already said this in my past video, which was to add like more classes. Well, I mean, they're gonna do that like 100%. I say stuff, but like that's the thing with like YouTube reviews and all that. Like, oh, why don't they add this? And I'm like, they're probably already working on it. And another thing is like, it's way too hard. Like, calm your horses. You're not the one like working on the game and stuff. So I was like thinking like, oh, shock troopers, and what you could do, or like make them a mix and match of all of these perks, and like shock trooper. Like I was saying in another video, the Italian special forces. I forgot what they were called. They had like they were melee and they had like vest, like metal bulletproof vest. Like armor, there we go. I forgot what they're called, but they're like the King Special Forces. I guess they were like one of the only special forces in the World War I. The stormtroopers were just in each unit. So you could like add them. I forgot what they're called. You could like use their one perk is like extra melee. Their second perk would be extra health because they had like shield, not shields, but the vest. And the third perk would be like extra stamina or stamina drain because they're elite soldiers, whatever. That'd be cool for the classes. The elites would be like mix and match of everything. Oh, and the abilities could tie in with them because I thought about like, oh, what if since the enemy has artillery, why not us? Make an artillery class. Their ability would be able to call artillery, but I don't know what the perks would be. So yeah, I mean, this game has a pretty fun premise. Bare bones. I'm finding it hard to earn the early supporter time, and I don't want to be like those guys that use auto clickers. Stay on. But I mean, it is pretty bare bones. It's repetitive. Offensive is kind of easiest until you get to the boss where the minions just jump you. You can't even fight back. But like Mojito, it's pretty annoying. Defensive is also kind of annoying because while offensive, you basically get free weapons off the floor and everything. And ammo is literally usually not an issue. I never had an issue till last playthrough, but that's because I was just not picking anything up. And like I said, I was running around with a melee. Plus, I had like stat cards to help me get more speed because I was too bored with the weapons. The weapons have no soul, no spirit like into them. I guess I like the shotgun, but that's because I like shotguns in every game. I'm like that one type of guy. But each and every gun, I don't really feel like anything special. The only one is like the hand cannon. But I like it just because you can use it to team kill without having the PvP on. I'm kind of evil there. I'm Kira, and yeah, I mean it's pretty. Weapons are pretty bare bones. They could add more, which I'm sure they're gonna add more. They could add that French MG. Another thing was like for the engineer, maybe you could build like like a MG2, a heavy machine gun, and it takes medium ammo, and you could just try to balance it there or something. It would be boring if it would have unlimited ammo, especially how the game is. But I'm not gonna yap that much about it, 'cause, But yeah, I mean the game is pretty bare bones, but it's a fun concept, and if they, they do fun. Defensive really reminds me of SCP Red Lake. That's a little throwback there. It's kind of like the same premise. They spawn, you just gotta protect the gate over there. You just like, and then unlike it, every time you pass like 3 waves, you could spin or get dog tags or pick a card. Usually, I just spinned, got one weapon, just kept it for the entire time I played defensive, and then when I got bored with that weapon, I would just pick another weapon. But only then again, I only went up to like I think it was detective like 7. There was like 2 to 3 tanks spawning at a time. Like after each wave, a tank was spawning. So like there was like 2 tanks by the second wave because you couldn't kill the first one. So yeah, I mean, um, yeah, I can't really say much, but I guess I could just keep giving like, I hope this gets implemented, but you never know, I could just give suggestions, but the game is pretty okay. Maybe spend like a few hours, 1 or 2 hours playing this. But after that, it gets boring. The gunplay is pretty mid, but I see these as all problems that we could fix in the future. I guess that's it. I never really thought about what to say.